Welcome to Transport Vlog and the voice of Paul, and I'm at the entrance gate to the Aerotropolis Station construction site. And peering through the gate, I realise that there is nothing to see except for a few sheep, as the construction site is about a kilometre up this road. I guess if I wait long enough, then someone might recognise me or feel sorry for me and take me through the gates so I can take a look inside.
Wow, okay. Here we are. I can't believe they're putting a city here. I cannot believe they're doing that.
Do you recognise that voice?
So we are now at the Aerotropolis Metro Station and we're about to do the site tour, aren't we?
We're excited. So the Aerotropolis Metro Station construction site opened its doors to the public on the 4th of June 2023. And if you didn't recognise my companion, it's Sharath from Building Beautifully. And if you're wondering where the heck we are, then here's a map. So Aerotropolis Station will be the southern terminus of the Sydney Metro Western Sydney Airport line and will be in the centre of a new city called Bradfield. This will be an underground station along with the next two stations within the new Western Sydney Airport. The line is then above ground to Orchard Hills, where it goes back into tunnels to terminate at the existing St Mary's station, where passengers can transfer to Sydney train services. I get to bring my camera with my big lens.
Oh yes.
Do you think they'll let me use that? But I didn't need it, as we were able to get up nice, close and personal to the huge station box. And it was so impressive that Sharath went quiet for a while, which is unusual, as he was totally captivated by what we were able to see. The station box is 25 metres wide and 320 metres long. Excavation work started at the beginning of 2023, and what you see here is about 5 months worth of work. The current depth is about 12 metres, but it will ultimately be 20 metres.
Honestly, it's just incredible how much progress they've made here in just 5 months. We were both taken aback. More than half of the station box is now excavated, and there's only 8 metres to go. That's really impressive.
This is looking north, towards where the tunnels will be, that will take trains to Western Sydney Airport and beyond. TBM Eileen is heading this way and reached the airport station in early August 2023, so we'll be blasting through this wall later in August or during September. And if she needs some encouragement, then we know which song will get her here.
Eileen Kamek OBE was the first female mayor of Penrith, so this TBM was named after her. Since being launched from Airport Business Park in April 2023, this 1,066-tonne monster has been boring an average of 120 metres a week. That's incredible.
Here's a wonderful uninterrupted view of the south end of the box. Except that Sharath's all over it. But never underestimate the power of Paul's purple arrow.
What? That's so rude.
So with Sharath no longer talking to me, I can reveal that there will be 2 stub tunnels at this end for a possible future extension to Leppington and or Macarthur. And one of these stub tunnels will be 63 metres long, with the other being much shorter at 12 metres in length.
Stub tunnels were also used at the Epping end of the Epping to Chatswood rail link, and they were linked up to the Metro Northwest tunnels. So it's awesome to see that it's happening here too. Forward-thinking our transit projects like this is absolutely essential.
A number of different excavators are being used to remove the soil and rocks, and if you want to geek out on all the different types, then feel free to do so in the comments below. On the north part of the wall, you can see vertical columns which are called piles. On the south side, concrete that was sprayed at a high velocity now covers the piles. This is known as shotcrete. Notice the holes with the thin metal bars coming out of them. I reckon this might be for the roof structure. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below.
They seem to be on track. So this contract, CPB, is it?
Yeah, that's right.
CPB contractors, they end here at the end of this year. And then it's handed over to the next contractor, which means the station box is going to be dug at the end of the year. And then after that, all they have to do is station fit out and then it's done.
That's right, yeah.
Which is incredible.
And how many people do you think are working on the station box? Let us know in the comments. We'll give you the answer to that question a little later in this video. But now we're heading to the north end of the station box for even better views.
Wow, that is an absolutely breathtaking view. It really makes it so clear how massive this 320 metre long station box is.
And one of the reasons for its incredible length is to accommodate a crossover junction. This will be immediately north of the station, so will be in this area where these construction vehicles are. At both this site and around the new airport, the ground is hard, dry and rocky, so 2 hard rock TBMs are being used to bore out the tunnels. At the Orchard Hills end, the ground is much softer and wetter and has an underground layer of permeable rock that is called aquifer, so earth pressure balancing TBMs are being used to bore the tunnel section from Orchard Hills to St Mary's. And whilst at Orchard Hills, Sharath got talking to a special someone.
Yes, that's me with Jo Haylen, the New South Wales Transport Minister. I can't believe I met her. And on top of that, I even briefly interviewed her. Over to you, Jo.
Well, this is so exciting because Marlene, the tunnel boring machine, was launched today.
Yes,
and
exactly.
It's the fourth of it's the final tunnel boring machine that is going to get this all the way to the Western Sydney Airport. So we're in Orchard Hills, and Marlene will head to St Mary's, 4.3 kilometres.
Yes.
And she, along with the 4 other boring machines, move at 120 metres per week to get us there on time.
Exactly. No, it's going to be, very exciting. I guess, what is this project? What is the aim of this project, I suppose?
I think the most important thing about this is that we're going to deliver a public transport service to the new Western Sydney Airport when it opens, but also that we're employing so many people here in Western Sydney, 1,000 people a day on this site alone, and 14,000 people so far have been involved in this project.
It's an absolutely massive number. That's an entire suburb of people, and I think Western Sydney's public transport has been left behind for a long time, but this is one of the first steps in getting it back on track, I feel.
That's exactly right. We want future generations to choose public transport over private vehicles, and I want them to also think about the opportunities for employment here in Western Sydney.
No, exactly, yeah, and as an engineering student myself, hopefully projects like this inspire the next generation of engineers.
That's exactly right, particularly young women.
Yes, and particularly, absolutely.
Marlene is a leading woman in engineering and STEM, and I'm so pleased that the students selected her to name the tunnel boring machine after.
Exactly.
Well done, Sharath. You deserve a certificate too, as you're probably the first YouTuber to interview a New South Wales Transport Minister. So now coming back down to earth and the Aerotropolis Station Box. This section of the wall on the right is currently being sprayed with shotcrete, and these grey pipes and smaller yellow hoses are all part of the process of doing this work. And if you're a shotcreting expert, then feel free to elaborate further in the comments below. Here is a closer view of this wall, including the top section, which looks quite different. A little earlier, we asked you to think about how many people are involved in excavating this station box. So what's the answer, Sharath?
Surprisingly, it's only 50 people. It's probably less than you'd expect given how big this station box is. I guess the machines do a lot of the work.
So here is one final view of this station box. By the time you see this video, it will be at its maximum depth of 20 metres and will be ready and waiting for TBM Eileen to break through. When completed, the platforms and concourse will occupy the southern part of the station box, with the crossovers and services buildings using the remaining area to the north. The entrance will look something like this, with a large pedestrian plaza around it. There will be 2 lift shafts that will go directly to the platforms, and for this reason the opal gates will be close to the station entrance at street level. Escalators will lead to a mezzanine level, with further escalators descending to the platform level below. And this cross-section diagram reveals that there will actually be 2 entrances, one on each side of the station building. These are the proposed onward transport options, which will include park and ride initially, but this will go as the area around the station is developed.
One of the engineers recognised us both, which was pretty crazy. And
we got chatting with one of the public affairs people at Sydney Metro for this project.
Exactly. No, it's pretty cool. They seem to know about our channels, which is really really wild. But yeah. So
and he got recognised first, but only by about 2 seconds.
Yeah, we were recognised at the same time, but he recognised me first, and then he recognised Paul.
That's it. So there we go.
So yeah, but yeah, no, we'll probably go and fly the drone now.
I think we should.
Okay, I'm going up, so get ready now.
I still cannot believe that they are building an entire new city here, but they are, and it's going to be called Bradfield. So this area will be totally unrecognizable in just a few years. And Bradfield will be the first major city to be built in Australia in over 100 years. It's going to be big, 114 hectares in fact. That's 5 times the size of Barangaroo. And it's going to be very well planned. It'll have a business and commercial centre, creating over 17,000 new employment opportunities, and it will have homes for over 15,000 people. The first stage of development here will be completed in time for the opening of the airport and the metro in late 2026. And here's a fun fact, more than half of the world's population will be 14 hours away or less by plane. We really have a very exciting opportunity to build something amazing here, and I'm quite excited to see what ends up eventuating at Bradfield.
As there isn't much here at the moment, Aerotropolis Station could have easily been built above ground, but being right in the centre of the new Bradfield City, it made sense to build it underground. The station will be designed to accommodate a future line to the east that could link up with the Sydney Metro West line at Westmead.
I just think it's great that they're really planning ahead, building a station here before Bradfield City is even built, so that it's already well connected when it is built.
Now I'm itching to see if Sharath can land his drone without electrocuting it.
Alright, there we go.
These two ex-Defence Force structures were demolished to make way for this station, and the whole of the Bradfield development is on government-owned land, so no property acquisitions were necessary. And if you own a property nearby, then there are plenty of developers that would love to hear from you.
And they'll probably have to widen this road too. I hope it doesn't become a stroad though. I hate stroads.
More homes and businesses means more water, so it makes sense to get the pipes in the ground now before the buildings arrive. And I guess in a few short years there will be more people than sheep. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, do give it a like, give it a thumbs up, and please leave a comment or question below. I'll do my best to answer any questions you may have. And also subscribe if you haven't done so already to my channel, but also
To Building Beautifully, your go-to YouTube destination for all things city planning.
So I'd like to thank you for taking the time to watch this video, and we'll see you in another one soon. Bye for now.
Bye.